Hi, everybody. It is Saturday, May 18th. I'm doing this late in the day. I had something that I went and had to do all day today and been at it since early this morning. So I just got home and I'm going to go out. It's beautiful out and I'm going to do some yard work. But I thought I would get this video done because tomorrow we're doing this fundraiser up in Santa Ynez at a ranch up there. Steve Postel contacted me about this, and it's a great band. It's a whole bunch of great players. Steve Ferroni on drums and Tariq Akoni on guitar, a whole bunch of people. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be a really long day too. Denny Tedesco is going to ride up with me, and I'm going to take some books up just in case there's a chance to hawk my wares. And I'm picking him up at 9 in the morning, and then we're driving up. It's like 2.5 hour drive to get there. So it'll be fun to hang with Denny tomorrow. So tomorrow there's no way unless I can do some filming at the thing and send it off. So I thought I would just go ahead and do a piece of music for you today. This is a kind of interesting whole little journey on this one. I'm going to start off by telling you about the great Jimmy Haskell. Now let me read the bio here for you. I'm going to do some reading now, and then I'll get to where I'm headed with this. But Jimmy Haskell was born Sheridan Perlman, November 7th, 1926, and he passed away February 4th in 2016, was an American composer and arranger for motion pictures and a wide variety of popular artists, including Elvis Presley, Neil Diamond, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Steely Dan, Billy Joel, and the Everly Brothers. His career spanned over 6 decades. I worked a lot with Jimmy, and he was a fantastic arranger and one of the more unique characters I've ever known in this business. And it was really sweet. He always wore a big button at every session and had a picture of his family on it. He was the sweetest guy, but amazing. So Haskell was born in Brooklyn, New York. He entered the music business in the 1950s doing arrangements for Imperial Records. His first professional arrangement was a chart for Nature Boy, sold by Lionel Hampton. He became the arranger of choice for Ricky Nelson, arranging and producing about 75 records for the artist, including such hits as There's Nothing I Can Say and Hello, Mary Lou. In 1960, he accompanied Elvis Presley on accordion on the GI Blues soundtrack. Almost 4 decades later, he provided arrangements on Sheryl Crow's album, The Globe Sessions. In 1960, Haskell entered the motion picture soundtrack industry as an uncredited orchestrator for Dmitri Tiomkin's The Alamo. The following year, he composed his first score, Love in a Goldfish Bowl. His composition, The Silly Song, became the theme of American television's The Hollywood Squares. He composed a variety of film scores, such as A.C. Lyle's westerns and arranging Weird Al Yankovic's title song for Spy Hard. In the late 60s and early 70s, Haskell was the arranger of choice for the Grassroots. He arranged the signature string section for Chicago's song If You Leave Me Now, for which he won a Grammy Award, and also provided horn and string arrangements for Blondie's 1980 album, Auto-American, including the US and UK #1 hit, The Tide is High. In the mid-70s, Haskell wrote with the band Steely Dan, providing orchestrations on their 1974 album Pretzel Logic and arrangements and horn on their 1975 album Katie Lied. In 2009, well into his 80s, he provided a lovely understated string arrangement on David Rawlings' album, A Friend of a Friend. In addition to composing and arranging, Haskell would often act as conductor and selected the musicians used. That was one of the nice things was he conducted, and I was one of his players of choice, so I worked with him a great deal. His birthday is widely reported as 1936 because he lied about his age, figuring he would get more work if people thought he was younger. A statement from his daughter published by the Musicians Union of Los Angeles gives the correct birth date in 1926. He was awarded an Emmy for Outstanding Achievement in Music Composition for a special dramatic underscore for See How She Runs in 1978. He has received 2 other nominations. He was awarded Grammys for his arrangements to Ode to Billy Joe, recorded by Bobby Gentry, Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel, and If You Leave Me Now by Chicago. So Jimmy was a huge part of my life through the 70s and 80s. I worked with him. He and Gene Page were probably the 2 most prolific arrangers I worked with. kind of as they started to disappear, move away. David Campbell kind of took over that seat. I did a lot of records with David Campbell. Okay, so that's Jimmy Haskell. So now I'm going to go and move on now to his daughter, Scottie Haskell, who I've known forever. She's a professional vocalist. She's a vocal contractor, vocal producer, and a songwriter. And now I'm going to give you a little of her bio here, because this is where I'm leading to. A well-known and sought-after veteran session singer in the LA area, Scottie has sung on countless film scores, television shows, including the Oscars, the Grammys, commercials, and records. Her eclectic career has her singing with the likes of composers as John Williams, Michael Giacchino, Alan Silvestri, and Danny Elfman. Artists she has worked with either in the studio or on stage are Barbra Streisand, David Byrne, Michael Bublé, Michael Jackson, and Weird Al Yankovic, just to name a few. While continuing her session career, she is now embarking on a whole new musical adventure with her just-released debut solo album. Stories to Tell is the title of this album. The material she writes engages the listener to take a journey from start to finish, written and produced exquisitely with catchy, memorable melodies and inviting rhythms that'll make you dance, as well as some haunting and moody vibes you'll just want to chill out to. There is nothing else out there on the airwaves that sounds quite like this record. Her first single release, Ode to Billie Joe, was originally written and recorded by Bobby Gentry in 1968 and made famous by the iconic string arrangements of Scottie's father, Jimmy Haskell, who garnered a Grammy Award for Best Arrangement. Scottie does a completely different version of this award-winning song, and Jimmy added one of his very last string arrangements to this version, never heard before now. In addition, there are two other never before heard string arrangements from the renowned music composer, arranger, and conductor Jimmy Haskell. Those arrangements show up on two of her 8 originals, Kiss Me and Where Are My Angels. With 11 tracks total, Stories to Tell is quite a journey. So enjoy the ride, come and join the party. So that's on her page there, they're talking about the album and all that. And the album, again, is called Stories to Tell, and it's Scottie Haskell. So I played on her version of Ode to Billie Joe. So I thought, what the hell, I'm going to play that for you now, because when we were doing Mulan 2 the other day down at Warner Brothers, I was just killing some time walking around the lot, and this guy comes running up to me, and it's Scottie's husband. And he happens to have a CD in his bag of this album. And he says, I'm wanting to get this to you. Scottie wants you to have it. And it was a trip. All of a sudden, there I was, and seeing this for the first time. I'm going to see if I can hold on. Let me see if I can get some other credits on this one. I'm going to go to Discog here. Okay. SKESTOR. So it's 2. That's great when they come up, they can't find anything. Let me see. I've got Scottie here. Let's see. Oh, it sucks. I've got it out in the car, in my truck, because I was listening to it out there. I'll find it. I'll get it back to you later. But let me go ahead and play the song for you now. Here we go. Ode to Billie Joe. Very, very different. I always loved this. I thought Bobby Gentry's version was pretty incredible. But this is a real different spin on it. But it was really fun to work with her on this album. So here we go. Scottie Haskell, Ode to Billie Joe.
It was the 3rd of June, another slavery dancing down a day. I was out chopping cotton, my brother was bending hay. And at dinner time, we stopped and walked back to the house to eat. My mama hollered at the back door, you'll remember to wipe your feet. She said, I got some news from Choctaw Ridge. Today, Billy Joe McAllister's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Papa said to Mama as he passed around black-eyed peas. Well, Billy Joe never had a lick of sense. Pass biscuits, please. There's 5 more acres in the lower 40. I've got a plow. Mama said it was a shame about Billy Joe anyhow. It seems like nothing ever comes and no good upon Choctaw Ridge. Now you tell me Billy Joe jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Brother said he recollected when he and Tom and Billy Joe put a frog down my back at the Carroll County Picture Show. Wasn't I talking to him after church just last Sunday night? I'm another piece of apple pie, you know, it don't seem right. I saw him at the sawmill yesterday on Choctaw Ridge. Now you tell me Billy Joe jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Yeah, Mama said to me, Charles happened to your appetite. I been cooking up more than you ever touched, single bite. And now it's your creature brother Taylor dropped by today. Said he'd be pleased to have dinner on Sunday. Oh, by the way, said he saw a girl that looked like you up on Choctaw Ridge. She and Billy Joe was throwing something off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Years come and gone since we heard the news about Billy Joe. Brother married Becky Thompson. They bought a store in Tupelo. Now it's a virus going around, Papa Condon any day. Let's spread. Yeah, Mama doesn't seem to want to do much of anything. And me, I spend a lot of time picking flowers up on Choctaw Ridge. I drop 'em into the muddy water off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
It's cool. Oh. Boy, you think it shuts off and it just keeps going. It's crazy. Okay, so that is Scottie Haskell, and with a string arrangement by her father, the great Jimmy Haskell. So I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to go out and take care of some yard work while it's going. I got to water the roses. It got warm today, so they're a little peaked. I'm going to get on that. And then I'll hopefully be able to put something up tomorrow from this big festival thing that we're doing. I just have no idea what I'm getting into, so I won't know till I am there. So I can't commit to anything at this point. So, but take good care. Have the great rest of the Saturday. It might be almost over for some of you and stuff, but here we are. And remember, a week from today, I believe that is the 25th, is the first FaceTime and Skype one-on-ones in a long time, now that my home life has somewhat calmed down. Maureen's doing better. I'll be able to spend some time visiting with you. So if you haven't signed up and you want to do that, go for it. And I look forward to seeing you then, but I'll try to see you all tomorrow. So I'm out of here. I'll talk to you later. Bye.